there are two things that I really want to just hone in on because they piqued my interest. So the first thing is you talked about being mentally strong, and you talked about that in the context of other players around you at the time at that age, 13, 15, 16, perhaps maybe being better than you, but you felt that you were probably more mentally strong, and that's what gave you the edge. What do you mean by that? And where I want to kind of get into with this bit is, what does that look like for a teenager? You know,
Yeah.
when a young player, a young athlete's listening to this, sometimes it's really difficult for them to understand our kind of adult terminology, our adult hindsight reflections. But if you can put yourself back into the mind of you as a teenager, what did that look like? That mental strength. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, of course it does. Yeah, yeah. So back then, mentally stronger, and people can replace this with, does it mean mentally tough? And if you're looking at it from a rugby point of view, back then, mental toughness was you get that ball and you run over somebody, they get the ball and you whack them as hard as you can. And that was perceived as mental toughness then. But what I mean by mentally strong from a young age was I embraced the challenges. Now, going into that a little bit, when I didn't let it defeat me that, well, actually, is the coach saying this or the CEO because he knows I'm not from Wigan and he's not going to give me a chance? That never entered it. It was, okay, I've got to be mentally strong. So if these lads are beating me in a sprint competition, I'll go and do my homework and I'll come back better. It was always about bettering myself, but wanting to be the best. Now, again, thinking back, I did a lot of visualization without even knowing it. So I used to look at my role models who were playing the professional game. And when I used to train, when things got tough, really tough, when you were training, you were tired, I used to always picture and think, they wouldn't be tired. So why am I going to be tired? So I'd push myself to the next level, because it was just this visualization of, these athletes are superhuman at the time. So actually, if they can do it, I can do it. So when I go on about mentally tough and mentally strong, I don't mean it in a context that from a rugby side of it, it was away from that, being mentally strong in my discipline, my attendance, my punctuality, everything, within a school environment as well. It all fell into place. If someone said, Lee, actually, would that be the best thing to eat? I'd assess it, and then I go, actually, no, it's not, you're right. And mentally strong, it fell into all categories of my life within school as well, knowing that, well, if I miss school, is it as easy to miss a training? Well, I won't miss a training session, so I'm not going to miss a school day. It fell hand in hand. So from a younger point of view, I think mentally strong means, doing the things what a lot of the time what go unnoticed, but you get satisfaction from.